everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 5 of Bookmas. Today's day 5 of Bookmas and it is Tag Tuesday. Today's tag is The Grinch Stole My Book tag. I got this one from the YouTube channel Paperbacks and Ponytails, and I decided what better time to do this one than now, since I talked about the Grinch yesterday in my video. So let's get started. The first question is, trim up the tree with Christmas stuff like Bingle balls and WhoFoo Fluff. A book that you just get excited to talk about every chance you get. And you should already know. It's The Green Ember. The Green Ember. I talk about it every chance I get because it is such a sweet, sweet book. It has action in it. It has a tiny bit of romance. It has just, it has redemption arcs in it that are amazing. It's just so amazing. It is such a great book series for me. I enjoyed it so much. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea because it's rabbits fighting wolves and hawks and all these other, birds of prey. I enjoy it so much, and it is so fun to watch the characters grow up and come into their true identity, and it's beautiful. So yes, there's that one, The Green Ember. And then number 2 is Must Find Some Way to Stop Christmas from Coming. It feels like our favorite authors don't want to give us their new books immediately, right? So they're stopping our Christmas from coming. What new release can you not wait for? I actually don't pay attention to new releases unless I'm reading a series and it hasn't all come out yet. So I am not really looking at any new releases. I know my son is. My son is extremely excited for the new Aragon book, and my daughter is really excited for the last Firehawk book. But other than that, I don't really keep up with book series like that anymore. I typically will wait till a book series is finished before I start it, or I don't know. I'm just not looking for anything at the moment. Number 3 is All I Need is a Reindeer, a book that has an animal in the story. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm going to say The Green Ember again because it has rabbits. But no, I'm not. I'm not going to, because I'm going to say the Wingfeather Saga because it does have an animal in it. It has a lot of animals in it actually. But the main one I'm talking about is Nugget the dog, and I love Nugget. So read the Wingfeather Saga. It has a cute little puppy in it that likes to protect the little girl. So Nugget. The Wingfeather Saga is for number 3. And number 4 is Oh, the Noise, 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 a book that you keep hearing about but haven't read yet. So it is, what is the name of that book? Fourth Wing. Yeah, I haven't read it. Haven't read the sequel either, and I'm probably not going to. So there's that. Just haven't. And They'd Feast, and They'd Feast, and They'd Feast. An author that you just can't get enough of. At the moment, an author that I just can't get enough of is Stephanie Lansom. I read 2 books of hers in November, and I enjoyed them so much. I'm actually trying to find her other 3 books, and I really want to read them. Those are biblical books though, so I mean I may wait until after Christmas to read them, because I think they're more towards, I think it would be better to read in the Easter season instead of Christmas. So I may wait on those, or I may just read them in January anyway. Who knows? We'll see. But yes, Stephanie Lansom, I enjoyed her 2 books that I read, which was Codename Edelweiss and In a Far Off Land. I enjoyed those two, and I'm looking forward to reading some more from her. And then number 6 is Leaving Crumbs Much Too Small for the Other Who's Mouse. A book that was much too short because you wanted more. A book that was much too short because I wanted more. I don't know. I actually haven't thought about that book. A lot of the books that... The only thing I could say for that one would maybe be In a Far Off Land, because I wanted the way it wrapped up. I wanted it to be... I wanted more detail. I wanted the murderer who was found in that book, things to actually, come to fruition, such as there was just nothing, no justice there at all. It was just kind of glossed over altogether. And so I wanted more in that aspect, but as far as the ending, I think it was wrapped up pretty nicely. I didn't really want it to continue on. I don't think there's really any book that I feel that way about currently. Yeah, so there's that one. And number 7 is There's a Light on This Tree That Won't Light. A book that you thought was going to be great but didn't quite work for you. Oh, okay. I have a couple of these. One of them is The Heart of the Sun Warrior. I really enjoyed the first book, The Daughter of the Moon Goddess, but this one, it hit the mark for me. Or it didn't hit the mark for me. It missed the mark. Then we have, moving on to number 8, which is It Came Without Ribbons, a book that doesn't have a pretty cover, but what is on the inside is what really mattered, and you loved it. Let's see, a book that didn't have a pretty cover. Honestly, Mistborn, because I wasn't too thrilled with these book covers. It's okay, but it doesn't really scream read me to me on this one. I know they had better book covers for this, but the one that I have, it doesn't really scream read me. But I enjoyed this book so much as well. I loved it. And last one is number 9, and it is a book that made your heart grow 3 sizes. A heartwarming book, or a book that you fell head over heels for. A book that was heartwarming, I would say, was the first book in The Keeper of the Lost Cities. I enjoyed the found family in there and her friendships that were growing. I thought it was absolutely adorable, and I loved it in that one. And then also another found family book was Percy Jackson series. I enjoyed that one. It was very heartwarming. And then also a book that I fell head over heels for was Codename Edelweiss. I enjoyed that one as well. So I have quite a few for this one, and I mean, I could go on. I really enjoyed the Mistborn series. I really think that the Green Ember series is heartwarming, as well as the Wingfeather Saga. It is definitely heartwarming. You have actual family in there going through trials and having to overcome their prejudices against their siblings, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I am loving a lot of these books. So yeah, we're doing very well. I have a lot of books for this one, actually. I didn't think I had any. I had to stop and look and think back at the books that I read. Once I started looking, I'm like, oh yeah, that one. There's that one. Yep. I have a lot for this one. So that is all that I have for today. If you are watching this, consider yourself tagged. I will see you tomorrow for day 6 of Bookmas. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.